Welcome to ANS Solver, question 5 of this paper. So for part A, they are asking us to complete the table. So the easiest way to do this is to simply substitute the x values that they've given in the table into the original equation. So 1 divided by 2 times 0.2 minus 0.2 divided by 4. So for each of these, you can simply input the calculation into your calculator and you will get your answer or the corresponding y value. So for 0.2, your y value would be 2.45. For when x is 1, your y coordinate will be 0.25, and when x is 2, your y coordinate will be negative 0.25. So you have completed part A now, so let's move on to part B. So for part B, they are asking us to draw the graph on the graph that they've given below, and they've told us that the last 2 points have been plotted for us. Okay, so let's plot it point by point. So when x is 0.15, okay, y is 3.3. So 0.15 would come, so 0.1, 2, 3, 4. So 0.15 would come right here. Right, my bad. Would come right here. And 3.3 would come right here. 3.1, 3 here. So now all we need to do is see where they meet. That would be right here. So like that, we just need to plot all the points on the graph. Now let's plot 0.2 and 2.45. So 0.2 would be right, my bad, 0.2 would be right here and 2.45 would be right here. So we make a cross on that as well. Now let's plot 0.5 and 0.88. So 0.8 would be right here. So 0.88 would be somewhere close to the 0.9 point. So that would be approximately over here. Now let's plot 1 comma 0.25. So 1 comma 0.25 would be right here, my bad, right here. Now let's plot 1.5 and negative 0.04. So 1.5 and negative 0.04 would be approximately right here. 2 and negative 0.25 would be right here. 2.5 and negative 0.43 would be approximately right here. And the last 2 points they've drawn for us. So now all you need to do is connect all the points and make sure you use a pencil for this and try and use a freehand action so that you get a more accurate answer or a more accurate graph. So like that, my bad. So again, my answers may not be as accurate as it's supposed to because I'm using a stylus, but since you're using a pencil, you can make it as accurate as you would like. So right here, like this. Okay, now we've drawn the graph, so let's go ahead with part C of the question. So for part C, they are asking us to use the graph to solve the equation. So basically, what we have to do to solve this question is draw the line y equals to half. So when we draw that line, it would be right here. And again, you use a pencil and a ruler to draw this so that you get more accurate answers. Now you would see that this horizontal line, that is y equals to half, intersects the graph at one point, and that would be right here. So now all you need to do is see what x coordinate does this point have. So the x coordinate of this point would be 0.9 and 0.8. So again, for these type of questions, the mark scheme or the examiner will usually have a range of answers that he will give correct. Your answer may not be exactly the same as mine. You may get say 0.7, 0.75 and so on. So they usually have a range say of 1 decimal point, or say from 0.6 to 0.8, or 0.7 to 0.9, or even 0.7 to 0.8. It all depends on the examiner. So now let's move to question D1. So for part D1, they are asking us to draw the line y is equal to 2 minus x. So first, to draw this line, we need two coordinates of the line of the line. So if we substitute x as 0, y would be equal to 2. So that point would be right here. And if we substitute y as 0, x would be equal to negative 2. And we can't plot that point, so let's say another point. So if x is 1, y would be negative 1. Positive 1, my bad, because 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So when x is 1, y is 1. That would be right here. And when x is 2, y is 0. So that point would be right here. So now all you need to do is join these dots and you will have your line 2 minus x. So this is the line and you just extend it. Yeah. Now let's move on to part D2. So for part D2, they will the question says write down the x coordinates of the points where the line y equals 2 minus x crosses the graph. Okay, so basically we have to write the x coordinates of where the line 2 minus x intersects the original graph. So that would be at this point and at this point. So let's see the first point, that's to the left. So okay, yeah, so the x coordinates would be, for the first one, 0.12, so 0.4 and 0.3. So the first one would be 0.3. Now again, for this there won't be an exact answer because they know that it's a sketch. So they will allow you if your answer is not exactly the same as what they have got. So they'll have a range of answers as well for this. Now let's find the second x coordinate. That would be 2.4, because as you can see, if you draw a vertical line up, it reaches at 2.4, and same for the other intersection point. Now let's move to part E. So for part E, they are telling us to show that the graph of y equals 1 by 2x minus x by 4 can be used to find the value of root 2. Okay, so the easiest way to solve such a question is you simply substitute x as root 2. So therefore you can say that y is equal to 1 divided by 2 times root 2 minus x divided by 4, not x, my bad, root 2 divided by 4. So now all we can write this as a single fraction first. So not a single fraction, my bad. You can simplify it by putting it in your calculator. So 1 by 2 root 2 is equal to root 2 minus root 2 by 4 minus root 2 by 4. Therefore your y value will be 0, and therefore this will be this is all you need to show for these type of questions. Therefore this will be your final answer for part E of this question.